Hey guys, this is the Famous Proj back here with another video, and today we are going to be covering the first night of AEW's two-night special, New Year's Smash. So there are two special episodes. The first one was this week, next one is next week. So let's get into it. You know how it goes. I'm going to rate everything from a scale 1 to 5. After that, we had the Young Bucks and SCU versus the Acclaimed and TH2. So it was a pretty good back and forth match. Daniels made a hot tag to Frankie Kazarian, and there were some tope suicidas or suicide dives before Daniels helped hit a top rope Meltzer driver. And after they won, they reiterated that the next time they lose, they will split up, but they say they want to win the tag championships before that, right? So that's pretty interesting. I'd say 3 out of 5. After this, Mox came back after a month hiatus. He talked about how he was cheated of the AEW title, but that he won't interfere tonight out of respect for Rey Fenix, and then he leaves. Pretty good. 4 out of 5. It established a point, and it was quick. After this, we had Wardlow versus Jake Hager. It was a really good brawl and hoss match. Wardlow hit some high spots, which was pretty nice to see from a big guy. There were near falls. Hager almost made him tap, which was cool, but he got to the ropes before hitting the F10 for the win. 3.5 out of 5. After this, Darby and Cage weighed in, so they both made it to the ring. The new TNT title was revealed, which looks slightly better. Cage wanted to fight, but Sting came out, pointed at his bat, and left. And they really need to start doing something else with him. It's like, I'm hoping that we get, like, I'm not saying I want him to start bumping or anything, but like, do something more with him than just have him ward off Brian Cage, which also makes zero sense. Because quite honestly, Brian Cage versus Sting, like, logically speaking, it always seems like Brian Cage would be able to win, but it was alright. 2.5 out of 5. After this, we had Cody Rhodes versus Matt Sydal. Cody came out to a Snoop Dogg remix of his song with Snoop Dogg in his corner, and after that, Cody and Serpentenko at outside had a bit of a stare down with Cody before getting back in the ring, and they had a good back and forth match. Him and Sydal. There were moments where he actually thought Sydal would end up winning, and then Cody hit 2 crossroads in a row to win before Luther and Serpentenko attacked, and then Cody and Sydal took them down before Snoop Dogg hits a hideous, very hideous frog splash on Serpentenko after the match. I'd say 3 out of 5. It was nice. After this, we had Shida versus Abaddon for the women's title. So it was pretty back and forth to an extent before Abaddon dragged Shida under the ring. And when Shida emerged, she was gushing blood from her neck because Abaddon's like a zombie, vampire sort of person. But afterwards, Shida won and celebrated. 2 out of 5. Not very good at all, in my opinion. And now it's time for our main event, Kenny Omega versus Rey Fenix for the AEW World Championship. It was back and forth really good. Phoenix got some really, really near falls where it actually looked like he potentially could win. And he even reversed the one-winged angel into a thing, Frankensteiner. Sort of, that was cool. And then it was really good back and forth. There were some more suicide dives, flippy flips, really nice stuff. But then Omega won with the one-winged angel, which no one was kicked out of. And then afterwards, Don Callis told the guy to cut the music and pan to backstage where Phoenix's stablemates, Pac and Penta, were being beat up by Eddie Kingston, the Butcher, and the Blade. So then Omega was going to hit one more one-winged angel to like finish Phoenix's career. But then Mox came down with a barbed wire baseball bat and was about to beat, what's his name? Omega down, and he was about to hit Paradigm Shift, but then the Good Brothers from TNA, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, or what's their name now? I don't know. And then they hit the Magic Killer on him before a bunch of people tried to help, but all of them got hit away. And then the Young Bucks came down, former friends with Omega and the Good Bros. And then Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison grabbed Omega's arms from behind, and it looked like the Young Bucks were going to super kick him. Super kick Omega. But then they super kicked Brian Pillman and Griff Garrison, right? Which was insane. And then they two-sweeted with Omega, and the Good Brothers were forming a mini Bullet Club, which basically seems insane because that means the Young Bucks have turned officially heel. And I'd say it was amazing. 5 out of 5. The match was great, and the post-match angle was even better. And now the card for next week. In the main event, it's going to be Darby versus Brian Cage for the TNT title. Pac and Kingston are going to settle their rivalry. Yeah. Chuck Taylor versus Miro, where if Chuck loses, he has to be Miro's young boy or young lion, which is like the guy who has to carry people's bags and stuff. We have the Jurassic Express versus FTR. It's actually gonna be Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt instead of Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, because FTR made fun of Marco and he said, "I could beat you with Jungle Boy. I don't need this guy, right?" So that was interesting. We have Serena Deeb and Tay Conti to replace Dr. Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa in a match for the NWA Women's Title. You have the Elite in action, so that's Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks versus Jobbers, presumably. And then, in addition to this, we have a special edition of the Waiting Room by Dr. Britt Baker with Cody Rhodes, and then the Inner Circle's New Year's Resolution. Seems really good. I like the show. If this was a content you liked, if you like this video, then make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you can. I really appreciate all your support. Peace.